Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be taking a look at my Totodile shiny catches for this community day. But before we start, I'm going to show you a little trick on how to keep track of the Pokemon that you tapped. Say you're just shiny checking all of the Pokemon in a cluster and you lose track on which ones you actually tapped on and you find yourself tapping on the same one. So what you can do, and I've talked about this before, is pretty much tap on them, and once you've done that, they will actually face you in the actual direction that you were originally in. So for me, it's going to be that one spot. We are going to zoom in so you can see all of them looking at me, including the one that I did not tap on, which is going to be in the bottom right corner. Okay, so here it comes right there. So they will all look at you, and that is the best way to know which ones you tapped on and which ones you haven't. So clearly the one in the corner there. So let's go on to the shiny catches. And I caught quite a few. Now, for this community day, I did something a little bit different. I did hand catch quite a few of them, but I was also just letting my Go Plus get most of them. And we're going to take a look at all of the ones that I caught using the Go Plus, including a shiny that was not even for this community day. And we'll see which one that is here in just a moment. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at all my shinies right now. And then towards the end, we're going to look at trades, including a lucky shiny. So that is very nice. And something unfortunate happened with that, which we will see when that comes around as well. So now let's go ahead and take a look at my collection that I found. Okay, so here we are. And as you can see, these are my most recent shiny catches. Now, do you see that Minun? That was Go Plus, folks. That's right. What are the chances of Go Plusing another shiny on community day? Well, out of all the people, it's going to happen eventually, but it's cool that it actually happened to me. Now let's see if this is even good. I haven't even checked it. So, simply a attack. Wow, what? Right on, dude. All right, we'll keep that. So total, that's 20, but minus the Minun. That's gonna be a 19. Pretty sure. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There you go. So 19 of them. So I'm pretty happy with this pull here. I did evolve quite a few of these Feraligatrs with this in mind. I was thinking, okay, even if they're not the best IVs, I can trade them in the future for collateral here. This is something people are actually going to want, you know, a community day move. So I evolved a whole bunch. Turns out they're all actually decent, like 15, 10, 15, 15, 0, 6, 14, 11, 3 or something like that. Not even that, like 14, 11, 9. So I'm looking great as far as the Feraligatrs go. I obviously evolved a couple of them that were good IVs that I was anticipating and waiting for as well. So I did transfer quite a bit of the regular Totodiles. I haven't transferred any shinies whatsoever. I'm holding on to those. Me and Elegantly did quite a few of these trades, and we only ended up with 2 luckies. As opposed to the Beldum Day, I don't even know. It was like 6 or 7, or maybe even more, 9. It was an absurd amount. So I'm going to tell you this too. When we get around to it, I'll just tell you ahead of time here. I'm not going to say this is a guarantee, but I will say this. It seems like the first trade that you do within that 1 hour grace period for you to evolve to get the special community day move after the 3-hour community day window, it almost gets lucky every single time. That is at least what's happened to me and Elegantly. Just personal experience. Tell me in the comments what you have experienced for yourself as far as your first trade after the 3-hour community day window where you have that time to evolve to get the special move. Because, yeah, pretty neat. And that is the thing. So we will talk about that when we get there. It was just... oh, I can't believe it. I'll just tell you, it was just short of reaching the Great League by like 18 CP. So rest in peace. She went ahead and powered hers up for the Ultra League, and it didn't cost much Stardust whatsoever. And for me, let's see where mine is at. It's right about here. There you go. So looking great. I did evolve it, or should I say power it up once. That's why the CP is much higher than I said. So not bad. Not bad at all. So let's go ahead and look at my best one here. This one is a 15, 10, 15. So simply amazing HP, attack, wow. I have 2 of those. Oh yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at all of my Hydro Cannon Feraligatrs. And there they are. I have 9 of them. So this is going to be my highest CP, and I would consider it my best one. But we're going to talk about IVs in PvP. We're going to be doing a little comparison at the end. I mean, this is not going to be the best comparison whatsoever. Keep this in mind. What is going to happen is I'm going to show you the IVs. What you need to really pay attention to is the level of the Pokemon, because I'm a believer now, and this is what I stand by. When it comes to PvP, IVs are nothing, okay? All that really matters is the level of the Pokemon. The higher the level, the more damage they're going to be putting off, including whatever moveset they have as well. That's very important. But as far as IVs are concerned, you don't need to worry about it for PvP. If you're going up against a raid or a gym, that's where they're going to matter, okay? But when you're battling somebody else, you're just going to want the highest CP that you can possibly get for that league in specific, okay? So these shiny Feraligatrs are looking pretty fresh, I must say. So let's look at that shiny Lucky. Oh, yeah. Now, let me tell you the fun story here. So when we traded our first one, she's like, okay, let's do the shiny first, because every time it seems like it's the first trade. And I say every time, but to Beldum, right? So we might as well continue that pattern. And sure enough, she was right. First one was a Lucky. And like I discussed, we were so happy. We're like, yeah, high five, we did it. Yeah, first one Lucky, shiny, let's go, Hydro Cannon. And then we look at the CP, and both of us went to the Great League, right over it. Just, you kidding me? And then our happiness turned to like disappointment. It wasn't like a horrible moment or anything, but it was just kind of funny that we both didn't realize it right off the bat. We were just paying attention more so to the Lucky background. But, hey, it is what it is. No big deal. Because, hey, IVs don't matter. And as long as you have one that's, you know, has the correct moveset, you're good to go. Now, do I want Hydro Pump? No, I don't want that. But I only have one charge move right now, so I'm not going to mess with it. Technically, you're going to want Crunch or Ice Beam, right? Alongside with the Hydro Cannon. Now, there's nobody out here who's going to have a Water Gun and Hydro Cannon Feraligatr, which is going to make Blastoise a little bit more ideal for PvP as far as water damage output. Okay, you're going to be getting stabbed for your water gun on your Blastoise, which is going to be a lot better. Now, if you're running a Bite Feraligatr, oh, that is just nasty. The damage for Bite, it's just because it's so quick. You can literally just go through your opponent's health like a hot knife in butter, right through. And it doesn't even matter if it's a fighting type. It's going to be taking reduced damage because it's dark going up against that fighting type. But it's still going to just eat right through their health so quickly. I mean, Waterfall, you're getting stabbed. You know, if somebody has like something that's 4 times weak to water or just weak to water in general, sure, Waterfall is going to be great. But in most situations, you're going to be stuck using Waterfall, vulnerable, and not able to get off your charge moves that quick. And Bite isn't going to be so much better for you in that case as well. As far as charging up your move, you're going to be stuck there. But the nice thing about Bite, though, is it's literally going to rip into their health. So that is a plus. As far as what am I going to run, that is not going to be revealed. Okay. So, yes, you did see my top one up here for the Ultra League. And it does have currently Bite. But, I mean, I haven't even purchased a secondary move. And I'm not too sure on which one I really want to run into the Ultra League with. More than likely, it's going to be one of these shinies. I'm just going to power it up a few times, even though this one is here. I just want that shiny wow factor, right? And what am I going to do with my Lucky here? I think I'm going to just power it up. So we'll see what happens. Nonetheless, I'm happy with what I have here. And I hope you guys were able to get yourself some shiny Feraligatrs as well. So yeah, we're looking quite nice over here. Okay, now let's talk about the IVs in comparison. We have 2 level 30 Feraligatrs, both with Bite and Hydro Cannon. Okay, one of them is at 42% and one of them is at 91%. The 91 is at 15, 11, 15, and the 42, 13, 0, 6. So the 42% is dealing 28.9 DPS, damage per second, going up against raids and gyms, okay? And then in PvP, it's doing 6.4. All right, that's the 42%. Now let's go over to this glorious 91, 15, 11, 15, doing 29.1 DPS in raids and in gyms. And then for PvP, it's doing 6.3. Isn't that quite interesting? I wonder why. And the reason why this is happening is because the lower IV1 is going to be able to reach a higher CP potential being the lower IV, while the higher CP1 and IV is going to not be able to be powered up as much because, well, its IVs are great, therefore its CP is going to be higher. So my whole point about the IVs, just pay attention to which ones you're using. Maybe do a few tests with some friends of yours in comparison, make sure their levels are the same. One has horrible IVs and then one has good IVs, and see who lasts longer. And keep in mind, the IVs comparison is not exactly what you want to do, it's the level on which you want to compare them. So yeah, just keep that in mind. All right, trainers. So with that said, I hope you had a great community day. And if you did not find a great IV1 and you're still looking to battle other people and you're a little disappointed you couldn't get the best potential that you can find, you should actually embrace that lower IV, because at the end of the day, it's starting to almost look like those are a little bit better. So yeah, I could totally see them doing that, Niantic, because, well, if they did implement so where IVs don't really matter in PvP, it's evening the playground for a lot of people who are not able to get these great IVs. Because I remember a big concern of people, and personally for me, I never thought this would be a big issue even if they did do this, but they're saying, oh, the spoofers are going to rule the PvP because they're going to have the best IV Pokemon around. But that's not the case. See, IVs don't really matter in PvP. It's all about that level and CP potential. So thank you for watching, trainers. Hope you enjoyed this video. And those were just my theories. I'm not putting this in stone about the whole level and IVs and PvP. It's just food for thought. Go out there and give it a test. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time.